All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm happy you're watching. So getting straight to the point, the Biden administration extended the pause on the student loans until August 31st, 2022. So you may read online that it just mentions August. Some people say September 1st, but the point is it's August 31st. So in theory, yes, you can say September 1st, 2022, but that gives you a good 4 months. So the entire, now extended 4 months, the entirety of the May, June, July, and August. So 4 months of acquiring no interest in your loans. And if you're like me, you are very happy because I'm finishing residency, so I was struggling to determine whether I should refinance with a private company for lower interest versus keeping the interest that I have with the federal government. But in my case, it's 6.25% for the federal government, and I was looking anywhere from 3.8 to 5% with a private company. But at the end of the day, if you do the math, that saves you a good $1,000+ per month on interest alone, or even more. So I was waiting for this news to come out, and they came out. So that means I'm happy I did not refinance with a private company. So I'm sticking with the federal government. This gives me extra 4 months to make money, get liquidity, and then be able to determine how much I can actually pay per month on my student loans and then refinance if necessary. Okay? So that's number one. And as you know, this is kind of my second video on this. Remember, I promised I was going to do some financial education videos, what to do with your loans, especially if you're starting residency soon. This is information you should value and share with others, because this information you don't find anywhere else. You have to really dig deep for this information. So if you're liking so far the information, like, subscribe, share the video. So the other thing I wanted to mention, this is important, you have to listen. Keep watching. No one will tell you these things. Is when you start residency, what are you going to do? Since the government extended the loans, I think you should stick with the government. So what plan are you going to choose? There's many. There is the income-based repayment, the REPAYE. What are the differences? It can get complicated, but I'll tell you the plan that me and most of my colleagues chose, which is the REPAYE. The difference between the REPAYE and the income-based repayment, I think, is very subtle. It has to do with some of the years that they were established. So either you're going to pay income-based repayment, based on your income, pay as you earn. In other words, when you do REPAYE, I think it's 10% of your take-home gross income versus 15% if you do income-based repayment. That's the main difference. I'll put a quick picture here with the information. Next, if you do REPAYE as a resident, which you will qualify because it's considered like a hardship financial situation. That's why I said on my first video to do your taxes. That way you have your income and your information to present and say, look, my income was 0, 1,000, etc. So based on that, you're gonna have to pay zero. Most of the time it's $0. You pay $0 every month for the entire year, and then it gets reevaluated year-to-year basis. But the beauty of doing this type of plan is that you have this part where the government pays your interest. So I'll explain. Okay, stick with me. For 3 years, the government is, if your monthly payments do not cover the entirety of the interest rate on your subsidized loans, they will pay 100% of your accumulated interest on those loans. Meaning, since you're paying $0 per month, the government will pay 100% of the interest that accumulated on that subsidized loans for 3 years. After 3 years, they will pay 50% of it, considering that you cannot cover the full amount. And guess what? 3 years is the number of years that emergency medicine residency lasts for. So it's a great choice. Furthermore, that REPAYE program pays 50% of your unsubsidized interest accumulation on your loans. So again, this is a good way to do it because you get free money basically to pay for your interest loans. You're paying $0 a month during your training, which you don't want to be paying a lot. And Every year you'll do it again. You'll submit your taxes. Maybe now as a resident, half of the year you made a little bit, half of the year you didn't. So regardless, I think it would always be very little money that you have to pay per month. So I hope this information is useful and that you understand what I meant by choosing the REPAYE program, how it helps you with your interest and how much you have to pay per month. Okay? And after that, then yes, if things are getting better with the government, COVID, etc., then yes, you want to refinance with a private company. But once you do that, the main thing they tell you is that you lose all freebies, all the plus of being with the government. So let's say people that right now I refinance with a private company, they still have to make payments, okay, because they lost the federal government protection, etc. So eventually, yes, that will be another video, how to look for all the companies, how to check which rates are you expected to pay, how to do it, and then I'll do some math to prove that yes, in the long run you will save, I don't know, thousands of dollars. Okay, so I hope this information is useful. Stay safe. That's all I have for you. Quick, straight to the point. I hope it's not too long. Share this video. Okay, ciao.